Ho ho ho! Hello everyone, my name is Lay and welcome to my channel. This video is brought to you by Cricut. Holidays is just around the corner and it is my most favorite season of all. And I have a couple of projects that I want to share with you today. And it's going to take a little bit, so I hope that you have your drink ready and I hope that you're ready to craft with me. For our first project, I wanted to create kind of like a scrapbook layout, a 12 by 12 layout. And I really want to display this photo this holiday, this Christmas. I know that his picture was taken a few years back, but it really is special to me because it's such a great reminder that time flies so fast and that we really need to cherish the moments, especially now that the world is going a little bonkers. I think it's now more than ever, it's really important to really cherish every moment we have with one another. So for this project, I am going to be using a green cardstock, and this cardstock is from Cricut. This is a pack of greens, and I'll try to find the link for this product and I'll have it in the description box below if you would like to use them yourself. This is a lovely green color. It doesn't hurt my eyes. I'm really not a big fan of green. Although Christmas is my favorite season, I really need to start learning to love this color. But anyways, this is a textured cardstock, and I'm really just making sure that it's sticking to my mat because I've had a couple of boo-boos before where the cardstock would move around, especially when your mat is not brand new and it's not as sticky as it used to be. All right, so I found this beautiful wreath image in the Cricut design space, and this is what we're going to do. So now I'm just choosing my material. I will choose cardstock, light cardstock, and when you see that flashing button of the Cricut, you just press it and your machine is ready to create some magic. And once your machine is done cutting, you will see that flashing button and you're ready to unload your mat. All right, now of course the video speed was edited. I wasn't moving this fast, I promise. But carefully peel off your project off the mat. I love using the spatula tool so that I can get under the paper, the design, where especially when it's really has a lot of details like this one. It will just give you that extra help that you need to just peel off slowly and surely, so that I've done many boo-boos and many times I'm doing my projects. So I'm just reminding you, just be careful and be patient while you're peeling off that project. Okay, so now that I have my wreath cut and ready, I want to add some poinsettia here, and I'm just going back to the Cricut design space and looking for the perfect image that I want to add here. And I think I found one. Look at this one. This is so pretty. And so I'm just clicking on that, highlighting, and then now choosing insert. Now I just want to see what it's going to look like, if it looks good with a wreath, and it does. So I'm just going to click that wreath, delete it, and then work on this image. I like that size. I think the bigger the better because it's really going to be the highlight or the one of the focal points and in this project, of course, aside from the photo. Now it's showing me that I need 3 different color cardstocks. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose the cardstocks that I want to use for the flower, for the leaves, and the rest of the designs. And now I'm just going to sit back and let the machine do its magic. All right, so once your design is ready, slowly and carefully peel off those designs off the mat. And if you have 2 mats, it will make things a whole lot easier. So while that is cutting, you can put in and get your other cardstock ready. Okay, so this time I'm choosing a glitter cardstock. And of course, if you're choosing another material, don't forget to change the settings in Cricut design space. It's really important. And once your machine is done cutting, you'll see that arrow button, flashing light. That means that your design is now ready to be unloaded. All right, so for this particular image, they're all separated, so I need to back them up in one cardstock. So I chose this really pretty Christmassy themed cardstock, and it's just a 6x6, which is a perfect size. So I'm just gluing all the pieces together, just putting them together, and then after that, I'm going to fuzzy cut my image, and then we'll be ready to put the whole project together. Okay, so for my photo, I printed my picture in a US letter or 8.5 by 11 size. And I want to cut it in a 6x6 circular shape. Of course, it's not going to be a 6x6, but around that size. And so here I'm just erasing my poinsettia and I'm choosing a shape, a circle shape. Like what I said, I want it around a 6x6 because I don't want this to be too small and I don't want to be too big as well. This photo is going to go in the middle part of the wreath. So here I'm just trying to figure out if it's big enough and, if it's going to cut the whole image. I mean, if I'm going to be in the center. And then I figured this out that in Cricut Design Space, there is an option to snap matte, which is basically you're taking a photo of your whole mat and then you can reposition that square or a circular, like in this case, I chose a circle. And so you can reposition that, making sure that it will cut the part of the photo that you want. And so I was so super happy that, I'm like, oh yes, now that I don't have to cut my daughter's face or my son's face. So it's just going to go right in the middle where I want it. So I'm just choosing a light cardstock for the material because this photo paper is not too thick. And so here we go, loading the mat and crossing fingers that I did everything correctly. And yay! It did cut it where I wanted to be. So now choosing action complete, say okay, A-OK. I'm super happy. So now I'm ready to put this everything together and it's going to look super pretty. I cannot wait. My kids love seeing their photos when they were little, and there's just something about it. It's like a time machine, they love looking at it and remembering what they did that day, and that's super important. And that's why I keep scrapbooking and I keep documenting, because I know I love it and my kids love it too. So here I'm just choosing a red cardstock, and this is where everything's going to be glued into. So now I'm just maybe cleaning up some of the cut from the machine. Here we go. I'm just trying to figure out, okay, is it here? Is it, it's like double thinking everything before I start laying down my tape. And so now I'm like, okay, this is it. The red, the green, everything is here. So I'm just going to glue everything together, all the pieces together, and it's going to look pretty. Okay, now, so I'm taping this beautiful flower that we created. Just want to make sure where I really want to put it. And after seeing everything, I feel like, okay, something is missing here. So I decided to get a gold cardstock because I want to add some flowers around the wreath, so that will complete and will give that Christmas, perfect Christmas feeling, you know. So I have the star shape in here. I'm just resizing them to, you know, not too big, not too small. And I'm just going to choose one size for the whole, for all the stars. And so I'm just lining them up, and then all I'm going to do is group them, or I can even weld them because I'm using the same material. So I'm just going to choose group, and then I'm going to duplicate this file. And then now I'm just going to highlight both of them, and then no, it doesn't look like I need to weld it because, you know, I really have all the pieces anyways, and I'm just going to use one material. So I'm just making sure to save some space for my cardstock so I don't waste any of it. So I can just cut them and then use the remaining cardstock. So I'm going to choose my material. I'm going to choose light cardstock, but I'm going to choose more cut, so because it's a little thicker. Now sit back and relax, let your machine do its magic, and then voila, you're ready to go. All right, so carefully peel off everything again. Love using the spatula here. So look, now it's going to give me that perfect Christmas feeling. All right, so I'm just going to put and glue the pieces together. I'll be right back. I wish that I really moved this fast in real life, but no, I don't. It took me quite a while to finish this product, but it's okay. What I like to do is when I'm working on a project, I love to binge watch, you know, my shows are on YouTube, and truly just relax and enjoy while I'm working. So this is it. This is the final result, and I really, really love it. Okay, so are you ready for the next project? Okay, so for our next project, I ordered this ornament from Amazon. I'll try to find the link for you, and I'll put in the description box down below. Now, the tiny Christmas tree, I got this from Hobby Lobby, but I'm pretty sure that you can find this everywhere. Amazon, I believe that I got some from Dollar Store as well. And then for this project, we're going to need a hot glue gun. So be careful when working with a hot glue gun because I am not Tunsu. I've burnt myself a couple of times, but no problem. This DIY project is really simple, very easy to assemble. So all you needed to do was to put in the hot glue gun underneath that tree, and now I'm getting my snowballs, but later you're going to see me change that because we found some leftovers from last Christmas. Rain found some better snowflakes actually, so we're going to change that later, but pretty much this is it. So I am just going to assemble the rest of the ornaments. I'm going to create So now that we have the ornaments put together, this time I am going to go try and find something that I want to decorate that ornament. I'm really not looking for a drawing or a cute image. I think I'm just going to try and find a word, a joy. Joy. Yeah, I like joy. So to make my life easier, I'm just going to use the search bar and type in the word joy. Okay, so this time I already have a specific look that I want. I want a really thin alpha or a font. And like what I said, every single time I would browse images, I mean, I could just easily get swayed from one design to another, but it's like, okay, I'm just gonna stick to that one design that I really think I like. So here it is. All right, choosing joy. I don't know why I chose another ornament. So just highlight that and then press the X button to delete. And I think this one is gonna look really nice in our ornaments. So here, try to make sure that I have the right size, around, 1.5 inches wide, close to 2. So I'm just gonna duplicate this file. We're gonna create 6 lettering. So make sure to attach those and then duplicate the file and then repeat the same process, and then we're gonna be ready to cut. And with this one, I think I'm gonna use a foil vinyl to really pop and shine, a red foil vinyl. So here we go. I'm gonna prepare my materials and we're gonna load it in our machine. Okay, so everything looks great. Now I'm ready to put in my material. I found a very Christmassy, the perfect red foil vinyl for this project. Okay, so always make sure to choose the right settings in Cricut Design Space for your chosen material, of course. And so here I'm just gonna go ready to load my mat, and then the machine's gonna do its cut, and then we're gonna go put it together again, and then we're gonna have a lovely ornament. Okay, so for tiny little projects like this, especially with vinyl, I love using my weeding tool because weeding is not my favorite part of this, but it is a necessary part. So just use the tools because it's going to make your life so much easier. Because before I would always just use my fingers, and it's like, it is really worth it to get these tools so that the work and the process will go a whole lot faster. So now that all of our weeding are done, I'm just going to use a transfer tape, and this is what's going to make it easy for us to transfer the words, individually in the ornament ball. And one thing that I've learned when transferring vinyl, so you can see here that I'm going to do a little slit because it is not a flat surface. So we're doing this is a circle shape. So basically you might have some troubles when laying down your vinyl. So I like to cut and create a slit in the transfer tape. So of course it is not lay, we cannot see. What did you do? Do that again. I'm sorry guys. Okay, here we go. This time now in frame. So there, I just created a slit like that, and then I'm gonna go grab one of my ornaments, and then this one I just wiped this with a baby wipes, non-alcoholic baby wipes, just to clean the surface from any sticky residue or anything like that. And now I'm just laying it down. Easy, easy breezy. So DIY ornaments is a must this holiday season. Now, are you ready for our last and final project? Okay, so for this next project, this one is really easy. It just takes a little bit of time to put things together, but I want to create a small village, and this one I'm going to use to decorate my mantle in our fireplace. If not, I'm going to use this one here in the office. I haven't figured it out yet where I want to use it, but we're going to use it one way or another. So here I just need to use some cardstocks. Actually, this project is asking for me to use a vellum, but I have a better idea. I think I'm going to use some printed acetate, and this collection is from Paper House Productions. It's super pretty, and I think it's really gonna look great. So let's put together the materials and we'll get to cutting. Okay, so I'm going to use the same cardstock, the Cricut cardstock that is part of the green packs, and I'm just making sure that everything is sticking well to my mat so that I will avoid any boo-boos of those paper or cardstock moving around. And for this project, I'm going to use my Cricut Air. Now I'm going to put it in cardstock and kind of like in the middle of the cardstock and bonded fabric. I guess this is the Cardstock Plus. And when you have your materials all set and ready to go, just hit that Cricut button and let the machine do its magic. Okay, so now at this point, now that we've cut all our pieces together, we're just going to go find the pieces that would go here. Now my issue is that I don't know if I want to put in the acetate in front of the cardstock instead of the back, because it is so pretty that I don't really want to, I don't know, waste this pretty design of the acetate because it has snowflakes on the inside. And so I'm not sure if I just want to put it in front or follow the design. If it was a vellum, then stick it on the back. I don't know, guys. I am so torn. I'm not sure. Okay, so what they gave us, the instructions that they gave us for the snowflakes, pretty much is that, so if we're going to put this outside, this is what we're going to put on the, if we're going to put the acetate on the inside, we're going to put the snowflakes or these dripping snows on top. And I guess if we do it this way, it's nice to see the snowflakes and the acetate on the back. But either way, if we put that in the front and if we put those snowflakes, it still looks so pretty. I'm going to give myself a few minutes to just look at all these and decide. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so at this point, there really is no wrong or no right now. No matter what I choose, I think everything's going to look good. So I'm just going to assemble these pieces together, and I'll be right back to show you the final outcome. It's going to look so pretty. Okay, so now it's just assembling time. To put all of these houses together, I just going to use some clear tape on the back, basically creating an accordion style. And then I'm gonna have to put this together. Maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking in our buffet area, but maybe in the mantle as well. What you can use is some Christmas lights or some battery operated. This is from Cool Power. I got this from Amazon. And it's just going to give that certain glow behind these houses, and it's going to look so pretty together. Of course, you can use some candles as well. But this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really had so much fun creating all these Christmas decors. I hope you'll try it. I hope you get inspired. Always, again, stay creative and always stay happy. Until next video, bye!